1. Exciting $150,000 New York Derby race at Finger Lakes. Train the Trainer takes the spotlight. 2. Irad Ortiz Jr. and Train the Trainer dominate New York Derby at Finger Lakes. 3. Train the Trainer dominates the 2025 New York Derby at Finger Lakes. 4. Betting strategies for the New York Derby TwinSpires guide. 1. Exciting $150,000 New York Derby race at Finger Lakes. Train the Trainer takes the spotlight. Horse racing enthusiasts, brace yourselves. This coming Monday promises a showdown worth watching as a $150,000 New York Derby takes center stage at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. And here's where it gets controversial. While the race itself is the highlight, the journey of Train the Trainer, a promising 3-year-old with a burgeoning resume, might just steal the spotlight. But will he manage to handle the unfamiliar distance of 1 mile and 1/16 around 2 turns? That's the question many are asking. Let's start with the story behind this colt's rise. Train the Trainer first caught attention not necessarily on his debut, but in his second outing at Santa Anita, where he finished second in a maiden special weight race, an impressive performance for a new runner. This showed he definitely had potential, but his true breakthrough was yet to come. On May 3rd, although he didn't race that day, he was etched in many minds as a horse to watch. That Saturday, goal-oriented, the same thoroughbred that bested Train the Trainer at Santa Anita delivered a secure victory in an allowance race at Churchill Downs. Just 2 weeks later, goal-oriented stepped onto the prestigious Pimlico track and finished 4th in the Preakness Stakes, signaling he's a horse to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, Train the Trainer kept fine-tuning his skills in New York. He broke his maiden on May 4th at Aqueduct, over 6.5 furlongs, and then claimed victory by 2 3/4 lengths in the Mike Lee Stakes at Saratoga on June 4th, a strong sign he was improving and gaining confidence. Because of his recent form and promising performances, the trainers have crowned him the morning line favorite for the Derby. He's sired by Dialed In, a notable stallion, which adds to his pedigree's allure. Trainer Rob Atras feels optimistic but cautious, noting that the longer race distance is untested for him. He has never gone around 2 turns before. He's naturally got a big stride, and he's progressing well, but whether he can handle the distance is still up in the air, Atras says. The trainer is hopeful but recognizes that he'll be thoroughly tested. On the competition front, Buddha, with 10 career starts and $178,448 earned, is the second favorite, confidently ridden by Lane Lucy. Calling Card, who finished 4th in the Mike Lee, is now on his 10th career start for trainer Mike Maker. Despite facing tougher opponents in Grade 3 stakes, he's yet to find the winner's circle this year. Additionally, Hit the Post, who broke his maiden at Saratoga on June 6, is entered with jockey Christopher Elliott riding. Local talent King's Leap, trained at Finger Lakes, also makes an appearance, with rider Luis Perez aboard, adding a hometown flavor to the contest. The day's other big race is the New York Oaks for 3-year-old fillies, with Vehement installed as the favorite. This daughter of the Coma has a stellar record of 4 wins in 9 starts, accumulating over $200,000 in earnings, and is riding a 3-race winning streak with jockey Kendrick Carmouche scheduled to ride. Her trainer, Joe Sharp, expresses confidence in her ability to stretch her successful form further, emphasizing her desire for additional distance. Meanwhile, Veltina, a recent winner for trainer Ray Handel and Mischief Lady, on a 2-race win streak, are also among the contenders. Trainer Brad Cox's Lottie Margaret and owner/trainer Adil Khan's Practically Summer add further depth to the field. The local highlight features Jack and Bernie, a seasoned 5-year-old gelding with a stellar record at Finger Lakes, 7 wins out of 9 races, and over $154,000 earned. Jockey Joel Cruz, enjoying his best season, will be in the saddle giving the local favorite a shot at glory. This rich $150,000 Derby, originally known as the Wine Country Handicap since 1973, now honors Leon Reed, a beloved gate crew member who tragically lost his life in an accident, an emotion-filled memorial that adds a special touch to the event. If you're planning to attend, there are some tempting on-track specials. $1 hot dogs, $1 fountain drinks, and $3 drafts. plus free programs to help you follow the action. And for those betting online, digital programs are available at Finger Lakes' official website for all 9 races scheduled on Derby Day. Will Train the Trainer live up to the hype and conquer the unfamiliar distance? Or will seasoned veterans like Buddha or local hero Jack and Bernie steal the spotlight? The stakes are high, and the storylines are set. Are you ready to see how it unfolds? 2. Irad Ortiz Jr. and Train the Trainer dominate New York Derby at Finger Lakes. A thrilling victory. Irad Ortiz Jr. rides Train the Trainer to success in New York Derby. In an exhilarating turn of events, Train the Trainer claimed victory in the 52nd running of the prestigious $156,000 New York Derby, specifically designed for 3-year-old New York-bred horses. This momentous occasion took place at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack in Farmington, New York, on Monday, July 14th. Guided expertly by jockey Irad Ortiz Jr., the horse, trained by Rob Atras, triumphed with an impressive 4-length lead, covering a distance of 1 1/16 miles on a quick main track in a swift time of 1 minute and 46.66 seconds. Irad Ortiz not only secured the win for the owner duo of Ollie Pony Racing and Saints or Sinners, but also marked his 2nd consecutive stakes victory. Bettors who placed their wagers on Train the Trainer received payouts of $3.10 and $2.10, while Hit the Post, who finished in 2nd place, yielded returns of $3.60. In another exciting race earlier on the card, Lottie Margaret triumphed in the $75,000 New York Oaks for 3-year-old fillies bred in New York. She dominated the field with a 3-length margin, completing the same 1 1/16 mile distance in a remarkable 1 minute and 46.53 seconds. This year's race saw trainer Brad Cox and jockey Manny Franco collaborating once again for their 2nd consecutive victory, having won the previous year's edition with a horse named Caldwell Loves Gold. Lottie Margaret's triumph marked her 3rd win in just 6 career starts, elevating her total earnings to an impressive $165,020. Owned by Maddocket Stables, this skilled filly notched her first stakes victory, resulting in payouts of $9.20 and $3.30 for her supporters. Following her closely in 2nd place, Valtellina returned $3.70. In a nail-biting finish, Jack and Bernie narrowly captured the Leon Reed Memorial Stakes, edging out Crypto Causeway by a mere head. Trained by Deborah Breed and ridden by Joel Cruz, Jack and Bernie completed the 6-furlong sprint in a time of 1 minute and 11.98 seconds. This victorious horse, owned by Sherry Washburn, attracted plenty of fans at the track, delivering payouts of $3.90, $3.10, and $2.10. Crypto Causeway wasn't far behind, closing fast for 2nd place with returns of $15.20 and $8.40. Meanwhile, Newport Ridge managed a 3rd-place finish at long odds of 93-1, resulting in a payout of $17.40. Live thoroughbred racing will continue at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack 3 days a week, from Monday through Wednesday. The first race on Mondays and Tuesdays kicks off at 1 p.m., while racing on Wednesdays begins a bit later at 1:15 p.m. A brief overview of Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. Operating since 1962, Finger Lakes has evolved over the years, incorporating gaming options in 2004 and undergoing a significant expansion in 2013 that added 33,000 square feet at a cost of $12 million. Today, the racetrack features over 1,100 gaming machines, an inviting 448-seat buffet, the Remedy Bar and Lounge, and both live and simulcast thoroughbred races. Gaming doors open each day at 8 a.m., and racing doors welcome visitors starting at 11:30 a.m. For additional details, you can visit their official website at www.fingerlakesgaming.com. Resilience in action. Walcott made a comeback at Woodbine Racetrack after surgeries. After navigating 2 challenging brain surgeries, Walcott has made an inspiring return to the world of horse racing at Woodbine Racetrack. Merchandise sales now contribute significantly to a noble cause, as all royalties collected are pledged annually to Breeders' Cup Charities, an initiative aiming to support various charitable endeavors. Industry insights. Key players reflect on 2025 breeding season trends. As we continue to explore the intricacies of thoroughbred racing, representatives from 3 leading stud farms in Kentucky are offering valuable insights into market trends observed during the 2025 breeding season. What changes do you think might shape the future of this industry? Share your thoughts. 3. Train the Trainer dominates the 2025 New York Derby at Finger Lakes. Train the Trainer dominates the New York Derby in a stunning display, but here's where it gets controversial. When the public placed their bets on Train the Trainer for the New York Derby at Finger Lakes on Monday afternoon, it was as if no other horse even stood a chance. This confident backing wasn't without reason. Despite this being the gelding's very first attempt at a 2-turn race, the Rob Atras-trained colt lived up to his odds-on favoritism, powering away in the stretch to decisively beat 3 other New York-bred contenders under the expert guidance of jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. Right from the start, Train the Trainer showed sharpness breaking from the gate. While both Hit the Post and Buddha positioned themselves on the favorites outside, Buddha chose to fall back slightly, shadowing the leaders as they approached the turn, with King's Leap trailing at the back. Hit the Post took an aggressive stance, pressing Train the Trainer and even attempting to challenge him head-to-head near the 5/8 pole. However, Ortiz wisely eased his mount just enough to regain a narrow lead without overexerting him. As they neared the far turn, Buddha and King's Leap began closing the gap on the frontrunners, but Train the Trainer and Hit the Post managed to maintain their advantage entering the bend. Hit the Post made a brief, spirited effort to duel again, but once they hit the stretch, Ortiz gave the signal, and Train the Trainer responded with authority. In the upper stretch, Train the Trainer pulled away, opening a commanding lead and crossing the finish line a full 4 lengths ahead of the competition. Hit the Post finished strongly, but was clearly second best. King's Leap showed improvement among the trailing horses, finishing 2 1/4 lengths behind Hit the Post, while Buddha came in 2 3/4 lengths further back, rounding out the field. Notably, calling card was scratched from the race. Train the Trainer didn't just meet expectations, he exceeded them, capturing the New York Derby and solidifying his status as a rising star. Now boasting a record of 3 wins in 4 starts and 2 stakes victories, this gelding is trained by Rob Atras for owners Ollie Pony and Saints or Sinners. The ride was expertly handled by Irad Ortiz Jr. at Finger Lakes Gaming. Born and bred at Waldorf Farm for breeder Hibiscus Stables, Train the Trainer's pedigree is impressive and worth noting. Stopping the clock at 1 minute and 44.66 seconds for the 1 1/16 miles on fast dirt, Train the Trainer rewarded his supporters with a $3.10 payout to win. Digging deeper into his lineage, Train the Trainer is a 3-year-old gelding sired by Dialed in out of Heavenly Vision, a mare by Forestry. Heavenly Vision is a winning half-sister to both Cairo Prince, a notable sire, and Nana Mia, the second dam of fierceness, adding layers of quality to his bloodline. His racing journey began with a second-place finish to goal-oriented in a maiden special weight race at Santa Anita under Bob Baffert's training in April. He then reappeared under Rob Atras's care in a New York-bred maiden special weight sprint at Aqueduct on May 4th, where he dominated as the odds-on favorite, winning by 5 lengths. Following that, he captured the Mike Lee Stakes in gate-to-wire fashion on June 4th at Saratoga, another race restricted to New York-breds, showcasing his consistency and talent. But here's the part most people miss. Train the Trainer's seamless transition to longer distances and tougher competition raises questions about how far he can go beyond state-bred races. Could he be a contender on a national stage, or is his success limited to New York-bred events? This sparks a debate about the value and competitiveness of state-restricted races versus open company. What do you think? Is Train the Trainer destined for broader glory, or will he remain a local hero? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below. 4. Betting strategies for the New York Derby TwinSpires Guide. In the exciting world of horse racing, few events hold as much allure as the New York Derby, where 5 promising New York-bred 3-year-olds will contest the track over a distance of 1 1/16 miles at Finger Lakes on Monday, accompanied by a prize of $150,000. This event is part of a larger program featuring 3 stakes races, setting the stage for potential surprises and thrilling performances. Among the competitors, the standout horse to consider is number 1 Train the Trainer, trained by Rob Atras, who enters the race as the heavy favorite with odds of 8-5. His recent performances have been nothing short of impressive, having secured 2 consecutive wire-to-wire victories since his arrival at the stable, including a commanding win in the Mike Lee Stakes at Saratoga on June 4th. Yet, here's where things take an intriguing turn. Although he's the leading contender, I believe there is a strong case to be made for an upset that could change the course of the race. Let's shine a spotlight on number 5 Buddha, conditioned by Gary Sayaka and currently sitting at 5-2 odds. Drawing the outside post in this compact field, Buddha has shown considerable promise. This stakes-placed son of Leofric has made a noticeable leap in form, having finished either first or second in his last 3 allowance races. His performance improved significantly after blinkers were added to his equipment earlier this season. Notably, this New York-bred has demonstrated impressive early speed alongside a capable closing ability. With the anticipated pressure on Train the Trainer right from the start, Buddha might settle into 3rd place as they approach the stretch, poised to make a late move when jockey Lane Lucy calls upon him for his strongest effort. While Train the Trainer is expected to be a formidable opponent, particularly with the renowned Irad Ortiz Jr. riding him, it's vital to acknowledge that his early speed might not go uncontested. The dialed-in gelding has proven himself to be quite quick, consistently demonstrating strong performances, but it's essential to remember that this race marks his first time running 2 turns. This means that, although he'll likely be favored, his success isn't guaranteed, especially at a potentially low payout. Don't overlook number 4 Hit the Post, who had a remarkable return from a layoff by decisively winning against what appeared to be a competitive maiden field at Saratoga. Under the guidance of trainer Melanie Giddings, this gelded son of Kintharos earned an impressive 92 brisnet speed figure for that performance, suggesting he's in good form. His latest morning workout has also shown promising results, indicating that he's ready to compete at a higher level. It's likely that jockey Elliott will aim to get him off to a swift start in an attempt to gain an early advantage, making Hit the Post a worthy contender for exotic bets, particularly given the significant class elevation he faces. Hashtag wagering suggestions for the New York Derby. Bet $25 to win on number 5 Buddha. Place a $5 trifecta wager on the combinations of 1, 5 with 1, 4, 5 and 1, 4, 5 totaling $20. As you gear up for the New York Derby, remember that horse racing is as unpredictable as it is thrilling. Who do you think will take the win? Do you believe Train the Trainer is unbeatable, or do you see potential for an upset from contenders like Buddha or Hit the Post? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments.